Grandma, I'm bored. Do you want to play a board game with me?
I am sorry, JC. I am a little busy right now.
You are just reading a book.
I am reading the Bhagavad Gita. I read it every day when I am at home.
But you are here on holidays, Grandma. I only play when I have holidays.
JC, the Bhagavad Gita is a very sacred Hindu text.
Sacred?
Yes, the same way the Bible is sacred for all Christians. The Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharat, one of the greatest Indian epics.
What is the Bhagavad Gita about?
It is basically about a conversation that occurs between Lord Krishna and the warrior Arjuna. But many say it is a book about life itself. One of the most important things the Bhagavad Gita talks about is bhakti. Do you know what bhakti is?
I know a girl called Bhakti who is in my class.
No, JC, this is different. In ancient India, the priest claimed that common men could reach God only through them.
What has that got to do with Bhakti, Grandma?
Bhakti allowed common man to reach God without the help of the priests. And the concept of bhakti was suggested by Krishna. Krishna told Arjuna to devote himself to him. By devoting himself to Krishna, Arjuna would be free from all evil.
So Bhakti means devoting oneself to God.
JC, you see the statue of Shiva next to the bed?
Yup. Does it have anything to do with Bhakti?
Of course. Without the concept of bhakti, one could not show devotion to the deity one chooses.
So you worship Shiva, Grandma?
Yes, I do. The great thing about bhakti is that it does not require any elaborate rituals. It only requires individual worship of the deity.
So are there any particular deities that are worshipped in Bhakti?
There are gods like Vishnu and Shiva. But there is also a goddess, Durga.
Durga is so famous. My Bengali friends love celebrating Durga Puja. So the three deities worshipped in Bhakti are Vishnu, Shiva and Durga.
Vishnu is the preserver and protector of creation. He sometimes takes the form of Krishna. Shiv is the destroyer, but he also represents the essential goodness of the universe. Durga is the mother goddess. She destroys all the evil forces that threaten the universe.
They sound really cool. But I have a question, Grandma. Is there a name for someone who follows Bhakti?
Oh, I forgot to mention that. People who follow bhakti are called bhakts.
Bhakts?
I just remembered I put some tea on the fire. I'll be back in few minutes.
What book is this? Bhakti poetry. It must be written by Bhakts. Hello there. Can you tell me something about Bhakts?
It would be my pleasure. Firstly, do you know the meaning of the word bhakti?
The meaning? Not really.
Bhakti comes from the Sanskrit word bhaj, which means to divide or share. The word bhakti therefore implies that the bhakt or devotee shares a very close relationship with God.
Like a mother and child do.
The relationship can be that of a master and servant, a lover and beloved, or even a parent and child. Bhakti literature states that riches, knowledge, or even high status will not ensure a close relationship with the deity.
Only true devotion will.
You are right. Irrespective of your caste or class, you can be close to God if you demonstrate true devotion.
But does anything happen when God sees how devoted you are?
Yes, the deity will appear to you in whatever form you desire. Appar, a devotee of Shiva, wrote many poems in praise of him. In fact, there are a lot of bhakti poets.
Can you name some?
Sure, there are Mirabai, Akammadevi, and Janabai.
Thanks so much for telling me all these things. But you should go before Grandma comes.
All right, you can always ask me more questions if you're interested in bhakti.
I will definitely talk to you again.
Sorry, I took so long, JC. I hope you didn't get bored.
I'm not bored, but I've decided to pray to Shiva.
And why is that?
I'll be able to destroy all my opponents in school cricket match on Wednesday.